Miami coach George Wilson surveyed his squad in 1968, he was confronted with the faces and qualities of youth. Youth was Dick Anderson, number 40, crashing a runner to earth 1 minute, gliding in gracefully to devour an enemy pass the next. Youth was Larry Zonka, number 39, whose strength and drive accounted for 7 Miami touchdowns. Although he was only a first-year man, Zonka's style was vintage battering ram. Youth was Eugene Milton, whose quickness could be devastating. If he got a step on you while running a pass pattern, it could cost you 7 points. However, Youth was also inexperienced, which means mistakes. Mistakes such as a missed blocking assignment, or a missed opportunity, and the young player who made an error was his own harshest judge. His errors were the basis for a learning process that would eventually give him the confidence and determination to succeed. And succeed he did, despite the finger-flicking tension of any situation. Youth was 175-pound Howard Twilley, number 81, voted the Dolphins' most courageous player. He had the ability to take the slamming punishment of man-to-man battle and then come right back to win that battle. Youth was the super effort of Frank Emanuel. In the face of failure or success, it was ever present. It was Manny Fernandez in pursuit. Or number 21, Jim Kick, fighting his way for extra yardage. Above all else, youth is desire. The Dolphins displayed this quality during the preseason when they defeated 2 NFL opponents, and it was evident in every minute of every game throughout the regular season. Desire is an intangible, but there are ways to measure it. It is the way you force a man into making a fatal mistake. is alertness to turn every opportunity to your own advantage. It's hustle, and the Dolphins, who led the league in fumble recoveries, were ever present when there was an enemy error. Call it what you will. In the end, it is just one thing: the desire of a young team to become a winner. To be a winner, youth needs leadership. For the Dolphins, the leadership comes in the person of quarterback Bob Greasy. He's a cool performer whose role as a star is still climbing. His passes can mean 7 points at any range or under any pressure. But Greasy is more than a great passer. He is also a weaving, darting scrambler. This dual ability is a constant factor in creating chaos among opponents' defenses. In Houston, the Dolphins got their first win of the season. The defensive secondary was overwhelming in its tenacity, and the Oilers were stopped cold. It was the day that Jim Kick burst into prominence as a double threat, runner and receiver. Houston could not stop the Dolphins on the ground or in the air. Under the barrage of the Dolphins' offense, the Oilers found their backs to the wall. A wall that Larry Zonka demolished as he crashed through for a touchdown. The defense was rock hard and took immediate advantage of any Houston miscues. Willie West's score gave Miami the lead and the momentum. Behind the excellent protection of Maxie Williams and Charlie Fowler, Greasy lofted a 50-yard touchdown pass to Carl Noonan. The score gave Miami a 24-7 victory over a thoroughly defeated and dejected Houston team. In Cincinnati, it looked as though the Dolphins had little to fear against the new expansion team. The blocking of number 63, Billy Neighbors, enabled Jim Kick to run roughshod over the right side of the Cincinnati line. catch by Twilly put the ball on the Bengals' 2. Greasy then sent Carl Noonan, who had been split to the left, on a secret mission behind his own line. Carl was wide open on the right when the ball arrived. The Dolphins continued their make-your-own-break style of play. Miami's leading tackler, linebacker Frank Emanuel, displayed his versatility as he intercepted a Bengal pass. Then the Dolphins' offense went to work behind the blocking of Doug Crusan, Tom Good, and Billy Neighbors, and made a shambles of the Cincinnati defense. Greasy's 31-yard touchdown pass to Stan Mitchell gave Miami an 8-point lead. However, the Bengals were far from tamed. Although the yardage they picked up was surrendered grudgingly, midway in the fourth quarter, Cincinnati climbed to within a point at 17-16. But when they had the ball, the Bengals were unable to cope with a defense that could consistently break up a play and then pick up the pieces. Greasy's pass to Noonan seemingly iced a 24-16 victory. But with time running out, the Bengals scored again and needed a 2-point conversion for the tie. On the attempt, Dick Anderson tipped the pass, and number 55, Randall Edmonds, gathered it in to give the Dolphins a hard-fought 24-22 victory. Youth had passed the test of pressure. In Buffalo, the Dolphins found themselves in trouble. Although the defense, led by number 86, Mel Branch, number 76, Tom Nomina, and number 75, Manny Fernandez, had flashes of brilliance, the Dolphins were down 17-0 at the half. In the third quarter, the Dolphins snapped to life. With Carl Noonan and number 82, Doug Moreau, as his primary targets, Greasy began an aerial onslaught that accounted for one touchdown and set up another. Behind the blocking of number 73, Norm Evans, Jim Kick made the score 17-14. As had become their habit, the defense capitalized on an error which Bob Greasy turned into a fantastic 21-17 victory. With two-thirds of the season gone, exceptional young performers had begun to emerge on the Dolphins squad, and Carl Noonan was one of them. He caught 11 touchdown passes, a league high, and among backs and receivers was voted the most outstanding on the Miami squad. Noonan's success was due in part to the pass blocking of Norm Evans, who repeated as Miami's best offensive lineman. Jim Kick was the Dolphins' Rookie of the Year and was the only man in the AFL to finish in the top 10 in both rushing and receiving. Jimmy Warren repeated as Miami's best defensive back, and his youthful enthusiasm made his football talents all the more appreciated. A man once said, "Youth must be served." In Boston, the Patriots were unfortunate enough to find out that it was true. Two words can describe the game: Dolphin domination. With the experience gained by playing 10 games together as a unit, the Dolphins had become a team of formidable stature. The defensive unit drove Boston quarterback Tom Sherman to distraction. And he soon learned of their knack for turning opponents' liabilities into Dolphins' assets. Each fumble, each interception was a twofold disaster for Boston because it meant loss of possession and a mounting total of points for Miami. Dick Anderson, the Associated Press Defensive Rookie of the Year, turned his second theft of the day into a 96-yard touchdown romp. His score gave the Dolphins a smashing 34-10 victory and left the Patriots with nothing but the hope of revenge when they would again meet the Dolphins in Miami. And they soon forgot about revenge and began to concentrate on staying alive. so overpowered that mistakes began to creep in. And where there is an opponent error, there is usually a Dolphin player. Ed Wyzikowski blocked the attempted punt, and Frank Emanuel covered it for the touchdown. The offense unloaded its arsenal of talent. Number 58, Tom Good, sprung kick loose for extra yardage. And Greasy Moreau put the ball on the 1. Where the yardage was the toughest, Zonka went in and got it. The defense was a predator that fed the offense. And the offense, in turn, fed the scoreboard. The play which symbolized the Miami hustle and desire was Doug Moreau's kickoff and recovery when the kickoff was fumbled. From that point on, Orange Bowl fans saw the Dolphins in their best offensive show of the season. The 38-7 final was the largest margin of victory in the club's history. There was the feeling that youth had come of age. With the maturity gained in their best season ever, with the return of Jack Clancy, star split end, who was a spectator all season with a leg injury, and with the addition of the world's fastest human, Jimmy Hines, the Dolphins are headed nowhere but up. If the excitement of football at its best is what you enjoy, why not enjoy it from the best seats available? Order your season tickets today and be ready for the start of the preseason schedule against the Bears, Colts, and Eagles. Write or phone the Miami Dolphins ticket office at the Orange Bowl Stadium.